Alright, so we are creating this new month design and it's quite simple. The first thing, set up your page with a 4000 by 4000 pixels. Bring in your background image, and at the top of the three dots here, click and then set it as background. Click on plus, go to elements. Under element, I want to bring in a square shape, this, as an overlay on the image, on my background image. So I'm going to drag it up to cover the background image. Then change the shape color to white. Then flip to transparency, reduce it to about 75 or 80 thereabouts. I'll use 75 in this particular video. Then you can lock this if you so wish, if not you can still leave it. So by locking, nothing tampers with what you already set up, so it's safe put. Okay, so now I'll bring in the shape, a kind of, I guess this is called trapezium or something. So you bring it in. What you want to do is to flip it, flip it to your this hand side until it's okay. So this flipping, we did this about at 90 degree, so we can reduce it, increase it from edge, make it longer. So basically all we are doing is to get an idea of what we have on the other side. Okay, we keep adjusting until you feel satisfied with the size. Okay, you keep doing that until you are good. So once you feel it's okay for you, then you can now duplicate this same shape, drag this other one down, make sure they are at the same alignment, that is they are equal in direction, something like that. Okay, so I will take this guy down, duplicate any of the guys, maybe this, then flip it around such that it's in the opposite direction. Okay, so take it down, something like this. Okay, so you can see it's looking quite perfect. Now you can flip this guy backward a little, the same thing with this guy. Okay, now use your notch tool to make sure it's closer to the center shape, so I'll shift it to the closer to that. The same thing here, I'll flip it down so it's closer to that. Okay, so if I'm okay with this, the next thing is to select all of them, because you want to make sure they are well perfect. So I'll click on multiple selection, then I'll select all of them. I can still reduce them all together, then make sure they are positioned at the center of this design, somewhere here. Okay, so here you change the color to the proper color, which I think is this. For this, you change color. Okay, fine. Now the next thing is to start typing. The first text is welcome that we have there. So we have welcome. We are going to click on plus, go to text. Now we can observe that those texts are not of the same size, so I'm going to bring in heading. Then I'll change this font. Nope, I'll change the font style to Multiserra, no, Roboto. There's a particular one I'm looking for, Roboto Mono Regular, this. So I'm going to change. I'm not sure that has changed. Font. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to edit and then WE, which is the first, place all in capital, WE, and I'm going to change the font size to about 150. I'll change the font size to 150. Also the font color to white. Okay, I can position this guy here. Then I'll duplicate the same, take it forward, edit it. The next thing is LCO. Since we have 150 before, now I'm going to create a difference of 50 between them. So this guy will be 200. Then shift it forward, duplicate it, shift forward. Of course, M and E. So we're going to put it M and E, which is the last part. Then the size for this, since we have 200 before, this one will now be 250. So the idea is just to create a kind of difference in kind of the size as you progress, and you must know how to divide them such that everything will look balanced at the end of the day. So I'm going to shift it forward. Okay, welcome. And then the next part is this. So since this is like an inverse of the first one, so I'll just take this last one here, duplicate it, take it down here. So in this case, I'm no longer changing size because it's already the size that we end it. So I'll start with 2, yeah, something like this. Go back to the middle, duplicate the text, the same process, repeat it. The last part, so do the same thing. Now one important thing, you want to make sure the text and the shape are aligned. So in this case, I think my are aligned, but make sure in your design you make sure they are well aligned. What I mean by aligned is here they should be straight, so the text and the shape should be kind of straight. Okay, so the next thing now is to type the happy new month. Okay, new month, and I want to change the font to the Amsterdam. Amsterdam one, we have quite a number of them. Amsterdam 1, 2, 3, so any of them you can use just to give that slant feel. I think I'm going for right here. If I want to be generous, I can put my logo. Yes. So everything I'm doing now is just kind of finishing, nothing serious again. Download. I want only one page, so I'll select current page. Okay, page 26. Then I'll download it. Okay, downloaded. Okay, now I'll add another new page. There's something else I want to do quickly. I'll add another new page at the front and then bring that same image that I've just downloaded. So I'll upload it back. Okay, so I'm bringing that image into my work environment. There's something I intend to do with it. So go to upload again. This is it. And since this shape is the same as the background I'm bringing, so if I say set as background, it's just going to fit in perfectly. Okay, so my background transparency, I'm going to reduce it. There's something I'm trying to achieve with this. I'm going to reduce it to like maybe 15 thereabout, or around 10, like that. Then I'll bring the same image again. I will now increase it such that it's just a little smaller than the background, and I'll make sure it's at the center of the work. Now I want to give this image some kind of feel, so I think under effect I'll click the image and go to effect. Now I'll go to shadow here. Alright, so I want to give it a particular shadow, maybe this page lift. So this is what the final work looks like, and you can as well increase it, to cover the page more than just this. So yeah, this is how to make this design. Thank you for watching, and do kindly subscribe.